Hello everyone, Brickosaurus227 here, and welcome to Season 3, Episode 8 of the Nerf Archives. And if you have followed the previous two seasons in any form, you will know today is the Oddball episode, or the Oddball edition, where we look at oddball blasters, I wear oddball glasses, and we do some very oddball things. And for today's episode, we're going to talk about a blaster I bet none of you, except for maybe one person, knows about. Like, there's no way you know about this. There's no possible way. And that is the Busby Water Warriors Cricket. Let's get started. Missed. The Water Warriors Cricket released in 2003. This thing is older than me. Now here's something interesting. There are like a lot of variants of this blaster. A lot. And weirdly enough, I have not seen a single one. I scoured the internet and I could not find one that had the same color. So I might have one of the rarest versions of the Water Warriors Cricket from Busby in the world. But guess what? That probably is worth absolutely nothing. What's funny is I didn't know this blaster existed until I saw it in a Goodwill outlet. Here's how that went. Hey, is that a blaster over there? Hey, that looks pretty cool. I'm gonna keep that. Hey, what are y'all doing? Get away from me. No, hold on. Let's talk about this. Okay, I'm not here to hurt anyone, okay? Just, if you want my money, take it and go, please. Is that a zombie or a homeless person? Oh, I don't know. It could be anything. We might want to run. Ah, let's run, let's go! Ah! It was very interesting because it is a blaster that exists in some capacity. Let's do an overview of this monstrosity. So design-wise, it looks, interesting. Like, I really like it. I really like the old classic vibes. It reminds me of a Stingray. Don't ask why. You know what it reminds me of? Lego Space Police. And I can't get that image out of my head now. And the thing that stands out immediately is the grip, if you could call it that. I mean, it's definitely a grip. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. What do you guys think?
It was at this moment that William knew.
Oh, my light's off. I didn't even realize that. R.I.P. my studio light. That was a good light, too. This was a good light! This was a good light! Dude. No, I'm actually mad now. I can't even, I wasn't even planned. Why is my hair like that? Well, R.I.P. Maybe I can fix you. I don't know. What do you think, guys? Is that fixable? Probably not. But moving on, the grip is definitely a grip. It is very, grippy, if that makes sense. It's bad. It is a bad Busby grip. It is a textbook case of Busby gripology. But it can be worked around, I don't agree with the fact that, because you can work around the grip, that doesn't mean it's good. But you can work around it. You can put your two fingers like this, and your bottom one here, and it's not too bad. It doesn't completely tear into your hand. It still tears into your hand though, so is my camera tilted? The trigger though is, pretty standard water blaster trigger. But the best part of the ergo of this blaster is certainly the pump grip. It's really nice and short and you can pump it up pretty easily. And it doesn't have any water in it, just, mist. It's a really high quality, especially for a water Busby blaster. It's really good. And for being a blaster that's over 20 years old, it works incredibly well. I haven't had any leakage or anything like that, so that's good. As a water blaster, it gets pretty darn good performance, especially from back then. I feel like a lot of water blasters from back then are even better than the ones now. It's getting really good ranges. And, if you wanted a good water blaster, this is my go-to in water gun wars, because I don't care as much about ergonomics, just about how far it shoots. Water wars aren't very hardcore, they might be soon, but who knows. But it has one thing to offer the hobby today, and that is the fact that it's basically a Busby Panther once you adapt it to shoot darts. Yeah, you can get this thing to go absolutely berserk. For such a small package, you can get this thing to shoot darts pretty darn far because of this massive air tank here. And the easiness of pumping, makes it a really good option if you want to mod something to be an absolute powerhouse and destroy the competition. Okay, you can get darts to shoot unnaturally far. Am I seriously range testing water? What the actual heck am I doing with my life? Hold on. Give me a second. Oh my gosh. But otherwise, it's not really worth picking up. Like, it's in Nerf Archives episode 8 for a reason, okay? It's such an oddball and weird thing. But the name itself is funny too. I think it's a pretty interesting blaster. I have a love for it because, you know, I had to fight demons to get it in the Goodwill outlet. Seriously, guys. The Goodwill outlet is no joke. Like, you know, if you find it at a thrift store, it's kind of a fun little pickup. It's not a blaster everyone knows or cares about, but it's special for me, and that's why I like it. Oh yeah, I forgot we got to do a history lesson, as it wasn't getting sweaty enough in here. Gosh, it's hot. This actually has some history behind it because it's from the Busby Water Warrior series. And back in the day, this was a blaster that was kind of illegal. Maybe not at the time, but a few years after, Busby had this lawsuit thing going on where Nerf was suing them because they were copying Super Soaker. And it's pretty interesting, I'll say that much. But yeah, eventually Nerf sued Busby for Water Warriors because they were really like stealing Nerf designs. And Nerf won the lawsuit. That's crazy. Probably because a lot of Water Warriors blasters were better than Nerf ones back in the day. And my hair, what the absolute heck? If anyone is still watching this, thank you. Thank you. Anyway, guys, thank you all so much for watching. I think it's time we end this and I end y'all suffering. I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye-bye.